What's going on, guys? Cole Metcalf here with Iron45Fitness.com. Today I'm actually going to be doing a full in-depth supplement review on Blackstone Labs PCT5. Now this product was actually originally developed specifically for using it post-cycle therapy, obviously PCT, and it was actually a reformulation of one of their older products called PCT4. And PCT4, in my opinion, was actually a better product than this, specifically because it had the ingredient ostarine in there, which is a SARM, selective androgen receptor modulator. Great ingredient, great product, but that's a discussion for another video. But anyway, for this product, PCT5, like I said, they basically kept most of the same ingredients, except they took out the ostarine. Now with this, the ingredients that you get in here, you have 60 capsules, so you take 2 a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. Now, kind of how they break this down is that it works in 5 different ways, and there's 5 ingredients. So, you've got Tribulus terrestis at 250 milligrams twice a day. Tribulus is actually going to be basically your test booster, kind of help with, it specifically helps with luteinizing hormone production, which will in turn, help kind of boost your test levels. Saw palmetto, which is going to kind of prevent the DHT conversion, and again help with like prostate health and stuff like that. N-acetyl-L-cysteine is actually going to increase glutathione production, and that's actually going to help kind of fight those reactive oxygen species, which can be damaging to like the cell metabolism and everything like that. So it's a very strong antioxidant, probably the most important one. So that's going to help. Then you've got, in my opinion, the better ingredients. Andros 3,5-dione 7,17-dione. Basically, I know it's been dubbed like a rimestane or whatever, and this is also one of their main ingredients in their Eradicate product, which I've also taken as a standalone. There's some other ingredients in that product, but that's the big one. It's actually a very powerful aromatase inhibitor, and it's a suicide inhibitor. So it's going to actually bind to the estrogen receptor and kind of stop that, the bad effects of estrogen. And again, like I said, this is, it was designed as a post-cycle therapy coming off pro-hormones or anabolics or whatever you want to, whatever. But again, it was designed as a post-cycle therapy. So when you're on cycle, real high test, real low estrogen, or that's kind of how when you start off, you've got normal test, normal estrogen, but when you take anabolics, test goes through the roof, and if you're on an aromatase inhibitor, that'll stay down. When you come off, it changes. All that excess test converts into estrogen, and then you're left with this like massive amount of estrogen, and that's where really the crappy side effects can come from anabolic use. So again, you're going to want something that will bring that level back down and kind of even out your test levels. So with this, you're going to be boosting your test levels, dropping the estrogen, even yourself out again. And then the last ingredient in here is alpha-hydroxylaxygenin, dosed at the 25 milligrams twice a day. Now that is actually in one of their other products called anagenin. So this is actually kind of like a 2-in-1. You get Eradicate plus anagenin. So it's a nice product, for the right around $50 mark. Great price point for basically like 2 products in one. Now the effects are where I think this product is not lacking, but not very strong, or not as strong as I thought it would be. It's definitely not as strong as PCT4, specifically because of the ostarine ingredient, in my opinion. But there's a caveat to that, and I'll get into that in a minute. Now, like I said, this was designed as a post-cycle therapy, as kind of an add-on supplement or like a staple when you're coming off pro hormones and anabolics. I would not ever consider this strong enough if you're on pro hormones, such as the ones post or pre-2014 ban, like the Super DMZs, the Alpha 1s, any of those real strong ones. This is not going to be enough. You're going to have to take something like Clomid or Nolvadex or, a SERM to kind of get that going. But that's, again, not the point of this. So I took this just as a standalone because I wanted to see, you know, I have taken the Eradicate before and it worked really well of kind of drying you out, increasing your vascularity and helping in a cut. And I've also taken Anagen, the Laxogen, I've taken that as a standalone. And I did another video where I think I mentioned Laxogen before and how I didn't really notice anything from it. And then I tried it again after that, the Anagen itself, and it didn't really do a whole lot for me. But now, where I said the caveat was I think I found where this product's helpful. If you're in a cutting phase, this is a great product to take. And again, like I said, this is, if you want to add this in for a post-cycle therapy coming off pro hormones that are, you know, legal now, like your 4-andro, 1-andro, you know, like Decavol, Epi-andro, any of those aren't real, you know, they're not ridiculously strong, and they do have conversion. They're not active steroids on their own. So this is going to be a great product for that, in my opinion. But again, that's not why I took this. I took this as just a standalone to see if it would aid in anything. So the effects that I got from this, I didn't get any acne really from that. Not any more so than I already get. So I don't think it didn't do a real strong test boosting effect like that. Like I've taken their Apex Male and I got a lot of acne from that. That's their test booster, and it's a great product. And like I said, being as young as I am, not really going to have a whole lot of effect, but again, pretty good product. But anyway, for this one specifically, if you're in a cutting phase and you want to keep strength or even increase strength while getting leaner, this is going to be your best bet. Didn't gain a lot of size off of this, but I did notice that my strength went up. And I think that's kind of where the Laxogen might work for me best, or work in general, is because when you're in a caloric deficit, most of the time your strength is going to go down, but mine actually went up a little bit, just slightly. It's not like crazy amount, but it did go up. So I think that's definitely where this product is going to be beneficial for lifters out there who aren't on any kind of like pro hormones or anabolics or anything like that. You just kind of want like the best, which is that step down from that. Take products like this because it does help. The Eradicate that's in this, that Andros 3.5 ingredient, again, I've noticed vascularity went up, thinning of the skin kind of thing, and again, just drying out. I noticed that a lot. But as far as like the testosterone boosting effect of it, didn't notice a whole lot as just a standalone. Now, I think this would be a great product to stack with a natural test booster, whether it be Apex Male or, you know, any of the other ones that are out there. I think it'd be a good solid stack to run that with. So like I said, that's kind of my whole take on this. There's other PCT products out there. I know Primeval has one. Lashik Nutrition has one. Primeval's it's pretty good. I think, like I said, the reason that I took the Blackstone PCT is because I did take their PCT4, but that one was kind of in its own category because it had the Ostarine in there, and Ostarine is a great product. So that's why this one was definitely not as strong as that, but it was about as good as you can get without having that in there. So like I said, it's a good standalone product. It's pretty effective. And like I said, the best thing that I found with this, I've taken Laxogen on a bulk before, and I didn't really notice anything. I didn't notice any more strength gains than I already get from doing a normal bulk without taking this. Like I said, I think that's where the Laxogen and Anagen and ingredients are going to be the most effective, is when you're actually in a caloric deficit. And my strength increased in a caloric deficit, which that's kind of weird. So I think by, with the Laxogen in there kind of helping increase your nitrogen retention, being in definitely a very protein heavy, lower carb diet is going to help you. So yeah, that's kind of my effects of PCT5. I hope that those of you out there who are planning on taking this will kind of help. If you guys are looking for custom meal planning, custom training packages, anything like that, go to iron45fitness.com. I'll put the link down below. But yeah, stay strong.